Welcome back, adventurers, to Let's Play Sentinels of the Multiverse. In the previous episode, Mr. Fixer, Expatriate, and Rook City Wraith teamed up together to challenge the chairman at the heart of his criminal empire in the streets of Rook City, and unfortunately were soundly defeated. Now we're going to be fighting the next villain in the Sentinels Rook City expansion, which is the Matriarch, who, interestingly enough, is also a difficulty 4 villain. As you can see in this on her character card, the Matriarch controls the power of birds, and she does so through an interesting relic known as the Mask of the Matriarch, which is what she is wearing. The Matriarch actually is the cousin of Dr. Meredith Stinson, aka Tachyon. Her name is Lillian Corvus, and she acquired the Mask of the Matriarch from a kind of like a sale of some kind. And when she put it on, she discovered that she now had the ability to summon minions of birds. And if you couldn't already guess, there is a rather humorous Hitchcock element to the Matriarch. She loves collecting shiny things, and so the shiniest thing she can find is the city of Megalopolis. So back to Megalopolis we go. Gonna be bringing along Tachyon again. Gonna be bringing Harker along because Harker eats birds for breakfast with Savage Mana, which is going to be incredibly useful. Let's see. Do we want to bring Legacy along this time, or actually we'll bring Tempest, because Tempest is always fun. Gonna bring Fanatic, and do I want to bring along Absolute Zero, or shall I just leave it as this for now? I think I'll just have this. So I'll have Tachyon, Harker, Tempest, and Fanatic against the Matriarch. See what we can do. And there's Lillian, gloating over her cousin. And Tachyon is applying to her sense of reason to no avail, unfortunately. If that is the word that I'm using. So the Matriarch, or her Avian Majesty, as he prefers to be known as, is the nemesis of Tachyon, as you can see there. And right off the bat, the Mask of the Matriarch gets to be put into play from the Matriarch's deck. Whenever a fowl card, or in this case a bird, whenever a bird is played from the villain deck, she gets to play another card. Whenever a bird is destroyed, the hero with the highest health must either destroy one of their equipment or ongoing cards, or get hit for 2 psychic damage from the Matriarch. When the Matriarch flips when her trash is shuffled into the villain deck. There we go. There's the Mask of the Matriarch, which plays a card every time the first time a card that isn't a bird gets played. And here come the birds. Clattering of jackdaws. Horrid Cacophony, which fortunately does nothing because we don't have any ongoing cards. However, we are going to get hit with sonic damage and the Kettle of Vultures. Here come the birds. And Darken the Sky. Puts all birds from the trash into play, which is very annoying. And also Mask of the Matriarch if it's actually in the trash as well. So everyone gets hit for 2, except for Tachyon, who takes 3 damage. It's not very nice to your cousin, isn't it, Lillian? Part of me actually doesn't really. Part of me has always wondered why the Matriarch is classified as a level 4, as a difficulty 4 villain, not a level 4 villain. They don't have levels. Mask of the Matriarch. At the start of each villain turn, the Matriarch regains 2 health. And it has a total of 9 health, so we can actually break the Mask of the Matriarch to deal with it. The jackdaws and the vultures deal damage, which is unfortunate. Jackdaws hits everyone for 1 projectile 1 damage. Vultures hits everyone for 2, the lowest hero for 2 damage. Let's see. We could actually use, she has been dealt damage by the Matriarch, so probably want to use Supersonic Response on Matriarch, just to deal 6 damage, which is very good. She's more annoying than anything as Lillian Corvus. She's not actually as trust me, we are not going to get stomped over like we were in with the chairman in Rook City. That is not going to be happening anytime soon. And we got a synaptic interruption for our trouble. Oh, and no savage mana. Boo! Boo to you, sir. Taiha to get rid of some targets. I'm ready to break the mask first, just in case. And we're also going to actually Haka's gonna smash bird because he can. And the Matriarch is gonna hit 2 psychic damage. I guess that's probably why the Matriarch is considered a difficulty 4 villain, actually, is the fact that every time you kill a bird, she does stuff, and it's really annoying. But it's never actually shielding winds for Tempest, and then everything gets hit for 1, thanks to Squall and hailstorms. There we go. Kill Rogers gets damaged. Haka can take the damage. Again, it's only when you destroy a large amount of her birds in 1 turn that she really becomes an annoyance. But well, because we only destroy 2 of her birds, that's not really much of an issue here, is it? Meanwhile, Fanatic is going to go after the Matriarch with Power of Absolution and deal some justice to the Matriarch. Divine Focus, which isn't going to be all that useful. And there you can see the Freedom 5 logo in the background. If I didn't already point that out, I probably did point that out. And forgive me for this, but we cannot afford to be neutral on this moving train. Anyone who gets that. Oh, Horror Cacophony destroys ongoing cards. And another group of jackdaws, which is unfortunate. Oh, and here come the birds. Murder of crows. Birds. The birds are everywhere. Oh, and Dark in the Skies. So glad we didn't destroy Mask of the Matriarch at that point. But the birds do come back, unfortunately. The birds. So many birds. But, thing is, if you go after the Matriarch, it's all fine. It's again, she's not as difficult a villain. The danger lies in her birds, but if you go after the Matriarch, it's actually not that much of a problem, really. Tachion's going to throw out a Synaptic Interruption, just to be on the safe side, which will redirect damage. Want to keep Sonic Vortex, don't want to get rid of it. See what you can do, Haka. Punish the Weak is only good for dealing damage to the the birds, which is not going to be helpful in this case. Ground Pound, non-hero cards cannot deal damage. Actually going to use that. Actually going to get rid of one of my Harkers of Restoration and a Punish of the Week, because that's actually a good choice. So now nothing will happen when actually nothing will happen now that we get rid of the birds, which is fantastic. Oh, and the train doesn't do any damage either. Of course, at the start of Harker's next turn, Ground Pound destroys itself, but actually hit the Matriarch and her shiny mask, just to be safe. Ooh, and a Rampage, nice. I know it deals damage to us, but it deals, as is often the case, it will hurt her more than it will hurt us, trust me. Can use Flash Flood to get rid of the train, which isn't going to do anything because of, so might as well throw out a otherworldly resilience, just in case. Hit everything again, kill all her birds, and receive no damage whatsoever. Thanks to Ground Pound, which is fantastic. No damage. See, this is, oh, Harker would actually probably be great against the organization as well. Somewhat so. But, yeah, we have effectively stymied a lot of the Matriarch's power already. And yet she's classified as a difficulty 4 villain. I suppose when she actually does some serious damage she can be quite threatening, but as I mentioned before, we're not going to get stomped all over like we were in the previous video. And Electrical Storm, which is going to deal more damage to her birds. Priceless. This is actually turning out to be a much better game. How much health does the That's 1 health. We could actually get rid of the mask with Smite the Transgressor. Actually, no, that's Brutal Censure. We could get rid of. We could actually use Smite the Transgressor instead of Brutal Censure, because then she gets to use both her powers, which is actually quite good. So we can use Absolution and Exorcism to deal some serious damage to the Matriarch. Of course, she will retaliate with more of her birds. And she actually has 2 minions. I believe the names are Moonin and Hugin. And they are essentially... Her 2 minions are the ones we really need to worry about. And we still actually have to deal with Megalopolis, but fortunately the police are here and they're going to be dealing damage to the Matriarch. Or not, because of Ground Pound, because they are non-hero targets. Nope. Oh, Carrion Fields. Whenever a bird is destroyed, we get hit for 1 toxic damage, which is incredibly annoying. And it has 15 health as well. So everyone except the highest health hero for 1 toxic damage. 2 burst cards. Might as well throw out a Sonic Vortex. Deal some damage to the Matriarch, the Carrion Fields, and the monorail. Yeah. We are definitely... Oh. 2 damage instead of 3 damage. And another Synaptic Interruption, which we actually want to hold on to, in case the one we got ends up getting used. And there goes ground pound. Probably could throw it a rampage just in case, because why not? Rampage is always useful, even when it hurts. And we're all going to get hit for 2 damage, so that's okay. We can take it. Yeah. The Matriarch is an interesting hero with, again, the Hitchcock reference of the birds, which, I never actually saw that film. I probably should. I think I read the book, the novelization of the film, but I never actually saw the book, the film. I read the book. There's an enduring intercession, which we're not going to need right now, and we're going to throw out an electrical storm, and hit for 1. So the Matriarch is already now down to 40 health already. And it gets even better with the Lightning Slash. Everything is better with the Lightning Slash. This is going all over the top. Consecrated Ground will be more useful against some of the nastier cards, such as Paparazzi or Hostage Situation. And another Divine Focus, which is actually pretty damaging, unless we have a Wrathful Retribution, which is the card that deals the difference between Fanatic's current health versus her total health, which is very useful. And another Plummeting Monorail, which is going to deal some damage to the Matriarch and the, well, at the start of the environment turn, so it does nothing. Oh, and birds. Birds are back. The birds of death are oh, the birds. Oh, the birds. This is the only reason why the Matriarch has so much power, is her birds. And it's never really explained how the power of the mask actually works. But it does work to her advantage, and she gets the mask of the Matriarch back again. Which is very unfortunate for us. Fortunately, the birds only deal damage at the start of her turn, so that's always useful. And we want to get rid of one of the jackdaws. Or maybe... oh, the crows. The crows hit everyone except the hero with the highest health 1 projectile damage. We're going to get rid of a jackdaw, which is... going to retaliate with Matriarch. I would hit Fanatic because she had the higher health. I forgot about that. Let's see. Rapid Recon. Pushing the limits. Yes, we do want that. Get some extra card draws and plays going, so we can actually do some extra damage. Matriarch doesn't... I don't think she actually has any real healing. But that's not very useful. Play Hark of Restoration just to draw some extra cards, like Vitality Surge and Tomoko. We'll get rid of the Intercession and heal for 1. And Hako is going to hit the mask. And Matriarch. No, Matriarch and the mask. Not the other way around. Oh, another intercession. Oh, really hoping for that savage mana. Oh, whenever... Oh, everyone's gonna take damage. Oh. This is going to be interesting. I'm still not particularly worried though at this point, because we probably have more than enough to deal to the Matriarch as it stands. But when push comes to shove, I would rather take damage rather than lose ongoing or equipment cards. I could probably get rid of some of the ones that I don't really need all that much, but taking damage is beneficial at this point rather than losing cards. Because we're only taking 2 damage anyway, so that's we're taking very little damage at this point. It does add up over time, but trust me, it's nothing compared to the slaughter fest that we suffered at the hands of the chairman's organization. So yeah, that's maybe people can explain why the Matriarch actually has the difficulty 4 rating. The chairman per se had it because he was genuinely tough. I actually feel that the Matriarch is more akin to Citizen Dawn or Grand Warlord Voss. She should really be reclassified as a difficulty 3 villain, really, because in fact we're not having as nearly as much trouble with the Matriarch as we have been against either Voss or Dawn, which is actually incredible, because we can just get rid of the Matriarch, start dealing a whole bunch of damage, and we're going to win anyway. I mean, this is the complete opposite of what happened last video. I should probably at some point actually pay attention to the wiki and the letters page so that I know that still definitely want to save that card. Start of the turn you may discard a card. If you do, villain with the highest health gets dealt 2 radiant damage. At the start of your turn, Fanatic may deal herself 4 fire damage. If she doesn't take damage, Divine Focus is destroyed. Might as well use Divine Focus. Oh. Yeah, might as well throw that out anyway. Because I'm just going to get rid of the other Divine Focus and deal damage to Matriarch anyway, so there's that. Zealous Offense, good for locking out cards. Excellent. Of course, Fanatic has to deal 3 damage or it gets destroyed. And here comes the monorail to the face. Fanatic discard. Oh, at the start of every turn. That's the thing. Okay, so that happens. Oh, and targeting innocents. Hits everyone for 3, and then tries to look for impending casualty, which isn't in the trash at this point. But that only happens at the start of the environment turn, so that's no worry. The Matriarch heals, get rid of Chastise, because I don't need it, and gonna hit the Matriarch. So that healing was for nothing. Oh, and Building of Rooks. Hits everyone for 2 projectile damage, and there's Hugin. One of the 2 cohorts. Oh, Unkindness of Ravens, Building of Rooks, more Unkindness of Ravens, And there's Moonin. Not Mugen, as I might have previously said. So Moonin and Hugin are in play now. And when we flip over to Tachyon, get rid of Prayer of Desperation. Oh, curse you, Moonin. So Hugin, at the start of Matriarch's turn, Hugin gets to destroy ongoing or equipments equal to the number of cohorts in play. There are only two of them, Hugin and Moonin. At the end of the villain turn, if Moonin is in the trash, Hugin gets to bring him back. And as for Moonin, Moonin increases damage dealt to by the Matriarch by the number of cohorts, 2. So plus 2 damage, reduced damage dealt by 2 to Matriarchs and cohorts, which is very annoying. So we want to put both of these in the trash. That is yeah, that is extremely annoying. Hugin and Moonin, as I said before, they are probably the only reason why Hugin and Moonin are probably the only reason why the Matriarch is a difficulty 4 villain to begin with. Could actually put another Synaptic Interruption into play, just in case. Because it's not a limited card, so I can just have all of them in play at once. Hard goggles. We need those. Definitely need those. And Hypersonic Assault, which is not really going to do anything because they're in play. Oh. No. It's not going to do anything. Tomoko. Really could use a Huck of Battle at this point. So, gonna hit both Hugin and Moonin with Haka. So I can actually do some damage. And make sure that they don't bring back the other. And now there's Savage Mana. Now you come forth. Savage Mana is very useful for getting rid of birds, except that all the birds are going to die thanks to Oh, and Moon and here, yeah, damage increased by 2. Again, yeah. As I said before, the cohorts are the reason why the Matriarch would actually be considered a difficulty 4 villain. They're the only reason. If it weren't for the cohorts, we would have beaten her. We almost certainly would have. We might actually lose here after coming so close. But both the cohorts have 7 health, which, yeah. And the rest of our birds are gonna deal some damage. Actually, if we can just get rid of Moonin. Actually, we can use Into the Stratosphere to get rid of Moonin, so that we can actually do some damage to the Matriarch. It's probably a good idea. Oh, and now we are actually starting to slip into the danger zone here. God damn it. Yeah, Divine Focus isn't going to help us in this case. Into the Stratosphere with you, Moonin. go back to the top of the deck. No damage increase and damage reduction for you. And he deals 2 projectile damage to the Matriarch. And he's going to deal some more damage. Hopefully we can, yeah, Moonin is the cohort that we need to worry about. Earned ourselves a temporary reprieve with Into the Stratosphere. Use Consecrated Ground to get rid of the monorail. Or, oh, you have to discard a card to deal. Actually, you know what, we'll get rid of Zealous Offense to hit the Matriarch. And Fanatic isn't going to deal damage to herself, so there goes Divine Focus. And we're going to get rid of the monorail. And deal some damage. Some radiant damage. 3 targets. So Carrion Fields, Matriarch, and the Mask. Oh, Moonin's going to come back. I'm at 7 health. No! Ah, oh, god damn it. We were so close. We were so close. 4 health. Oh. Actually, probably should have got rid of actually no, I think we'll be alright. We'll be alright. Because we can actually redirect we got Synaptic Interruption. We'll be alright. Forgot about that. Targeting Innocence. Oh! Oh! Why now? Just when... Oh, that's brutal. Might as well get rid of pushing the limits. And Moonin's back. God damn it. No! Not Moonin! Oh, and her flock are back. And another Carrion Fields. But, I think we won. Tachyon is going to pull down her HUD goggles, and we have 4 burst cards. So Tachyon is going to get rid of the Matriarch, despite Moonin's damage reduction, because she only has 3 health and she's dealing 3 damage, which is fantastic. Thus the Matriarch has been vanquished and has been sent away from Rook City. And there you can see the achievement progress for one of the Steam achievements, Settle the Scores, which only results in if 10 nemesis defeat their if 10 heroes defeat their respective nemesis, that goes up to 10. And there is Lillian, looking rather distraught. But we have emerged victorious, and that was actually far harder than well, not harder, but more annoying than I thought it was going to be. But then again, it was due to the fact that Hugin and Moonin decided to crash the party. But that was the Matriarch, and we did pretty well despite the circumstances of being constantly bombarded by birds. In the next video of Let's Play Sentinels of the Multiverse, we're going to be taking on the third villain of the Rook City expansion, the infamous, the other infamously shadowy villain known as Plague Rat. As always, I am the Dungeon Master. Until next we meet, adventurers.